Shalom. All praises to the Heavenly Father. Anukuya. Praise be to the earthly mother, the Pachamama, and all of her earthly angels, the Arkwadashai. Praise be to the Holy Spirit, the Kahe, in the name of his only begotten Son. Motsah the Lamb, unification to the nation. So, I know you guys noticed I said the names totally differently. I got to make that video because it goes into what I've been actually working on all this time. Me and the sister have been trying to figure out the real names of everything. Now, better names, I should say, because it's hard to know what the real names are because the Hebrew that we're using is really, really recent. And when you truly know where the true lands are, then you'll know what the true root languages are. So, anyway, that's for a different video. Today we're going to speak about the Book of Angels. Now, I made a PDF of this book a few weeks ago, but I've ate a lot off this book. Of course, not literally. This book has so much knowledge in it, and has some of the best sort of knowledge in it because it's the knowledge of oneself. This truly is a key to being your best self, to improving, to knowing your strengths and weaknesses, and to know what your purpose is, man, because we are all sent here. We all don't have the same uses and purposes. We all have different paths. We were all sent here on different missions. And, you know, you guys are about to learn a lot about myself. And after this video is done, you can learn about yourself. And I'm very excited for all of you. And I hope that you do take this information relatively seriously. You know, you can do what you want. But I do believe that this information truly will help you. And I do advise you to at least look into it. So we're not going to actually start with the guardian angels. We're actually going to start with life path numbers. And someone introduced me to life path numbers a while ago. But, you know, I've never truly touched on it until I really, I've never felt the need to touch on it until I've read some of that book. And then I was like, okay, this stuff meshes too well. And I've noticed that a lot of our people, they're so into, what are they called? I said hieroglyphs. Stuff in the sky. Why can't I remember it? Horoscopes, that's what it's called. And that's, again, evil is only good inverted. So I don't touch on things unless I know how to get to their source. But I do know that everything, or we could at least try to pick the meat out of the bones with some of the stuff. I don't call in any of these angels because I don't know if that's their actual names. And I don't want to call in a fallen angel. So I just call them my two guardian angels. And the Shepherd of Hermas, it talks about how we have about 4 angels, I believe. 2 for light, 2 for dark. And they're at constant war inside of us, inside of our head, inside of our spirit. And it's really important to know what their strengths and weaknesses are, or what your strengths and weaknesses are, what the guardian angels are trying to teach you, and what they're also trying to fight against. So that's why this stuff's very important. Now, your life path number, it will let you know a lot about your personality, what your struggles are going to be. So I wanted to read a little bit about this. Numerological knowledge operates your individual data in order to give you the deeper insight of your possibilities and tendencies. One of the most determining categories in numerology is the life path number. It consists of the sum of the digits in your birthday. Life path number may be from 1 to 9, and master numbers 11, 12, 11, 22, 33 are also included. Now, actually, 9 is a master number, and when it comes to this stuff, there's a lot of differing opinions. So what I do suggest, you know, if you guys are interested, that you do your own independent research and you look into this stuff for yourself, because a lot of different websites, they have different meanings on what these numbers mean. But they're relatively the same. Like, you're going to see the same themes. Like, most of it, it's usually the same. And you'll notice what I'm talking about when you look into it yourself, when you look into your own. Each master numbers intensifies particular characteristics depending on the number to which it relates. 11 is 2, 22 is 4, 33 is 6. The effects from these numbers may be both positive and negative. And this is the first time I've heard about this, but we're going to skip down because I want to show you more so how you can calculate it. So if you were born in 1989, April of the 22nd of April, 1989, you will have three numbers. You will have, so pretty much what you do, you're supposed to add up the sum of each of the parts. So with 22, that equals to 4, 4 equals to 4, and 1989 equals to 27. So you should have 4 plus 27. Now the 27 becomes a 9, right? Now, because 9 is a master number, anytime you have a master number, you pretty much take it out of the equation. You just take it out. And I'm gonna try to articulate why that is. But you take it out, and with master numbers and life path numbers, you can have 2. So if you are a 9, 11, 22, 33, that means you have a master number. And when you have a master number, you'll have a life path number as well as a master number. So you'll have 2. Some people only have 1. Some people have 2. So you take out the 9, and you have 4 plus 4, and that equals 8. And, this person gets 8. I don't know why he said 3 numbers. I don't know what that means. But, because, this person actually does have 3 numbers because they have a master number built in. So, all right, let me kind of go back. So if you were born on, let's say, September, right? If you're born in September, or the date of birth is 11 or 22, you already have a built-in master number. So you just already take that out. That is your master number, right? So if you have 9, 11, 22, or 33 in your birthday, you're not going to have a 33 in your birthday, but those 3 numbers, if you have one of those 3 numbers, you already have a master number. Then you calculate the rest of it, and then that's your life path number. I hope I've explained that correctly. But again, you can look it up. I'll leave the link in the description, and just ponder on this until you understand what it's trying to say. Now, mathematically, this is the case because when you take out the 9, 11, 22, or 33, it's going to equal the same thing. With all of it, if you just add the whole thing up, it's going to equal the same thing, as well as if you took out the life path number, if you're adding it in the proper steps. So that's why you have 2 numbers. So this person even has 3 numbers, as it seems. Right? So this person chock loaded with a lot of responsibility, because a lot of this stuff really goes back to, what type of responsibility you have. So that's about it for that. So I made a mock birthday because, I want to show you what my life path numbers are, but, I can't really show you my birthday because I'm living with people and I don't want to put them in danger. You feel me? People crazy out here, even though you people could probably easily look me up. It's not like I don't show my face, but, whatever. But anyway, with this, you have the 6, the 9, the 1959, right? So you have a built-in life master number already. You have the 9. So you take that out, and you have 24 plus 6. You add the 2 and the 4, it equals 6. The 6 plus 6 equals 12. The 1 plus 2 equals 3. So my life path number is 3 and my master number is 9. You get it? Now, if I were to keep the 9, right, I will still get the same number. 9. That should equal to 21. 2 plus 1 equals 3. See, it's the same thing. That's why, master numbers, they usually occur when you could take it out and it will give you the same number, the same life path number. So let's look up what life path number 3 is. Now, I will tell you guys right now, this is me entirely. This is not a mistake at all. This ain't a mistake, bro. But the life path number 3 is meant to perform and take center stage. However, you personally define this. You love creativity, communication, and connecting with people. The 3 energy is truly the energy of, I don't know, something in French, but it's the joy of life. You're working the constructive aspects of the 3 energy. You're connected with your emotions, and you have a lot of them. You communicate brilliantly and clearly. You consolidate information easily and know how to rework that information into new ideas. You embrace your brimming creativity impulses with gusto. You are a natural writer, actor, counselor, or teacher. Any profession where you can present your ideas to an audience is right up your alley. You aren't a 9-to-5 job person. You don't necessarily work well under the supervision of others or within a grid structure. Part of your life's purpose is to develop impeccable communication on all levels. Many 3s spend years learning to gauge that they even have emotions, and then they spend more years learning how to express them. Let me slow down. One of your biggest obstacles is your intense self-doubt. Feelings of insecurity can stop you in your tracks and literally stun you into submission. While everyone experiences self-doubt at certain times in their lives, this is a ruling factor of your life when you're on the 3 life path. Avoid getting stuck overanalyzing or overthinking every single thing. You'll mud wrestle with analysis paralysis. So I like I like that. Over and over again. So to stop or to, chime in, this is so very true. So very true, especially growing up. Now, I've been able to truly master a lot of this stuff now because I know what my weaknesses are. I know that, I'm going to experience self-doubt because I don't think like everyone else. My opinions are going to be different from everyone else. This is like the big kid syndrome. This is the supreme critical thinker. This is the loner. But it's also, I don't know. I guess, I don't know if I'm charming to anyone, but, that's what I'm supposed to be. And, I like to present things in creative ways. I like to be fun. I'm all about fun. I don't like things that are boring. The big kid syndrome. That's kind of like me. So, yeah, this is definitely true. In relationships, you can be romantic and fiercely loyal. You have a tendency not to let go of past relationships. You'll mull them around in your head again and again, picking apart things said and done, what could have been and what wasn't. Oh man, bro. If that isn't the truth, man. Oh man. Listen, man, I still think about, the girl in elementary school that blew me a kiss, man. I still think about that stuff, man. Oh man. You level blame on yourself and on others. You tend to obsess over the smallest emotional hooks that bog you in a pool of cynicism or emotional defeat. The 3 life path can struggle with depression, experiencing extreme highs and lows. If you're not using your talents, you'll experience mood swings. When you realize that your journey is an emotional one, you can learn how to manage the ups and downs more effectively. You must be careful about with whom you spend your time because you will attract takers if you aren't careful. Yeah, people who energy suckers pretty much. And I've definitely dealt with stuff like this because when you are someone who's supposed to be creative, you'll have people who are always trying to tell you how stupid you are and and how like, foolish your ideas are, trying to obscure your creativity, put you in a box. That's definitely stuff that I've dealt with. Overall, you can be the life of the party. Clever, witty, the clown, entertaining, and good company. You make a great host or hostesses, and make people feel nurtured and comfortable around you and make it all look so easy. In fact, one of the pressures of 3 life path is that you're so good at everything you do, you have a difficult time choosing what to focus on with so many ideas, so little time. Bro, do you know how many videos that I've like started series? I'm not that many. I've finished most of them, but some of them I started and I was just like, I want to do something else. It's just how I am, man. I like to go with the flow, man. I like to flow. It's not surprising to find many 3 life paths in entertainment, politics, or any other industry that requires expert communication skills, intellect, or a good sense of humor. Common threads when a 3 life path is working with optimal energies are being dynamic, self-assured, joyful, emotionally balanced, expressive, and inspiring. So that was it for the 3 life path. I love the 3s, man. Shout out to my 3s, man. Where you at? Where you at, man? Tell me if you're a 3, man. The 9 life path, now this is my master number. The 9 life path is the most evolved in numerology and has one of the strongest vibrations because it contains the qualities of all the other numbers. And your belief system supports the idea of reincarnation. You might be relieved to know that the 9 vibration is that of a wise old soul. I've been told that so many times, man. Wow. And yeah, I do believe in reincarnation. I went over that. Well, not really. I never really made that video because, it's a controversial topic, whatever. I read books that talk about it. So, returning to warp things up. If you don't believe in reincarnation, you'll still be relieved to know that your life is meant to be expansive and spiritually challenging. Yours is truly a lifetime to focus fully and completely on letting go and surrendering. And you're going to see this again when I show you my angels, and on gaining and acting upon higher spiritual principles, however you define them. You have a strong inclination to follow something you believe in, and you'll pursue this with great ambition and drive. You have an authentic regard for humanity, so your goals usually involve serving others in some way. Hey, man, I haven't read this yet. I know my life path number, but I haven't read this one. I like reading different ones. I like reading different websites, you know. And yeah, I said this before. I started my channel because I didn't like bullies. I didn't like, what the Afrocentrist bullying people because they were light skinned. That was pissing me off. So I was like, you know what? Let me do some research and let me shut you guys up. Let me help the people. Let me help the downtrodden. Let me help the people who don't have a voice. Let me help the people who are getting bullied by a bunch of the Africans. That isn't to say, all love to the humble brothers and sisters, the Ox and Othloths in Africa. But the rest of the arrogant Bantu, whatever, all right, man. Well, that's why I made my channel. So thank you. One of the characteristics of your 9 life path is that you often have issues with your original family. Whoa, man. You may have felt unloved or abandoned as a child, or perhaps responsible for your parents. I don't feel responsible for them, but they have their choice. You often feel out of place, as though you don't really belong. In any event, your attachment to your original family is hard to give up. No, I don't know about that. Unlike the 4 life path or the 8 life path, your family issues often reside more distinctly in enmeshment and codependence. Yeah, I don't know about that. You must find a way to maintain healthy personal boundaries with your family and find the courage to leave unhealthy dynamics behind. Oh, yeah, I do know about that. You're all about transformation and letting go. See that again, man. So extracting yourself from an unhealthy sense of family identity is part of your plan. That isn't to say that you say goodbye to your family and never see them. This means that you define yourself for who you are and allow your family members to do the same. Just some good old healthy emotional and physical boundaries are needed in a special way for you. You're at your best when you engage your spiritual side and listen to your intuitive inner voice, which is crystal clear when you remove your mental clutter. A note of caution: You do such a great job at taking care of everyone's business that when you're in trouble or need support, people don't even notice. You must let your guard down and ask for what you need. Your needs aren't easily read by others. You have to ask for help. I don't have, listen, me a bad man, me not ask for help. Oh man. The nine life path is learning how to give and how to receive. You can have an intimidating quality, and yet putting others at ease is actually one of your gifts if you cultivate it. You're sometimes accused of being patronizing because you have a tendency to preach rather than being an active listener. Sometimes I guess so. Yeah, I can see that sometimes. I got to work on that. I have to think about if I have to work on it, but I probably do. We all have to work on stuff. A lifelong lesson for you is to work with the idea that you get limited rewards for your service. Oh man. Hey, people ask me, yo, like, how can I donate? Listen, just pray for me, man. I don't want any donations, man. I'm telling you, I don't like them. I don't like them because I don't like money. The 3 life path number does not like money. I don't, we don't. We like to have fun, man. Money isn't fun. Money is oppression, you know. Give me a smile and a nice prayer. That's good enough for me, man. For real. Your higher purpose is to inspire others with your compassion for humanity. You're in your element when you're inspiring others by your example, not by what you say. You have incredible charisma and can choose to use that in either positive or negative ways. You also would do well in a creative field. Many gifted musicians, comedians, actors, and artists are on the 9 life path. See, this is very similar to the 3, but this is like the worldwide 3. So if 3 is the big kid and 9 is the humanity or humanitarian, I'm like the child humanitarian, the big kid. Anyway, that's about it for this. I didn't want to, because he's talking about something else. I don't really care about that. So now you know my life path numbers. So now I can show you my angel numbers as well. So I'm not going to show you my birthday, but I'll show you my angel numbers. Now, you have this one. Now I don't say the names because I don't know how to say them correctly. I don't even know if they're the real names. This is the first one. So I have so you have your strengths and your distortions. Now your strengths are the ones that the angel is pretty much here to teach you, and your distortions, they're the other side, right? And this will help you pretty much be able to identify what you can do to fight against, whatever is you're destined to fight against, pretty much, because we all have our battles. Our battles are within. Drop he had a video, a short video, but he said a nice line that I like. He was like, you're your own Satan. It's very true. You're your own Satan, and you have to be able to battle against that. So some of my strengths are deliverance, transcendence of sexuality, awakening the kundalini of one's vital energy. So with me, man, it's all about purity when it comes to sexuality. Being able to transcend that. I guess I'm supposed to be a monk of some sort. Subjects concerning spirituality and morality, knowledge of good and evil, purity, consents to sacrifice in order to evolve, rectification of errors committed because of exalted desires, establishes rules in one's instructional behavior, rigor, undergoes ordeals with courage and dynamically undergoes ordeal, because I don't know what dynamism, I've never seen that word before. Great initiate, irreproachable moral behavior. So I'm all about morality, knowledge of good and evil, purity, sacrifice. That's what I'm supposed to know, man. Redemption, encounter with one's divinity, harmonious spiritual life. Now, distortion, sexual abuse and squandering, debauchery, short-lived affairs, prostitution, abuse of power, fanaticism, extreme violence, relentless struggle, difficult destiny, and rigidity. Despondency, discouragement, fear, illness, does not believe in a higher power, transgresses divine laws, seeks material possessions, dogmatically religious, seeks to convert. Wait a minute. You see that second to last one? Seeks material possessions. And that's why I don't like donations. And it's not because I've really ever really been a person who liked material possessions, but it's because I'm not going to put that fire even near me, you know, because if that's what I'm supposed to battle, I'm keeping that far away from me. You know, I don't want anything to do with it, man. I really don't. I find it icky, you know. All this material stuff is garbage, man. It's garbage. I don't like it. But, you know, there's something I have to battle against. Despondency, that's also something that caught my eye because that's definitely something that I dealt with. You know, when I don't have a room to be creative, to be myself, that I kind of turn into Batman. I kind of like want to be by myself, leave me alone. You know, I'm going to figure this out on my own. I don't need no one. You know, I stand on my own too. And, you know, in a certain situations, nothing, you know, this could be a good thing. But when you overdo it, which is actually what, you know, the negative side that makes us be pushed to. Because when kids can't be kids, you know, they're miserable, man. Especially if you're an old kid, you know. Let's go to my other one. So this one is supposed to teach subordination, capable of withstanding high tension, advanced initiation, letting go. See, I told you about letting go, right? Averts confrontation, honest, faithful to what is superior, capable of recognizing true hierarchy, conscious of one's place in the cosmic order. Why do you think I come against people who call themselves prophets? Why? Because that's my strength, bro. I'm telling you, my whole message is to like bow before the throne and leave it empty. Stop trying to take the throne. Stop trying to jump in front of people like a big elephant, like a big dumbass. Stop doing stuff like that. Just leave it empty and be humble and bow. Don't move and say, "Oh, let me get in front of this person and bow." No. When we walk in stepping on everyone's toes who are already bowing before this throne, stop trying to sit next to the throne. Stop trying to ask, well, who's going to sit on your right and left-hand side? Stop doing stuff like that. I told people that for a reason, but hey, if you don't want to listen, so be it. Kala allows us to unmask traitors and to uncover schemes and plotting, supports altruistic initiatives, brings a sense of duty, gives rise to scientific discoveries. And of course, this stuff is written from the perspective of something that's worldly, but try to get the attributes and then try to apply it to yourselves, because you'll see stuff like that. A trustworthy person, contract, alliance, commitment, philanthropic association. I like to give, man. I told you, man. I'm the big kid. I don't like possessions. You know, let's drop all this. Let's start a revolution. Nah, we start a revolution when we're commanded to do so. In all seriousness. Insubordination, rebellion, aggression. Cannot deal with hierarchy, pushed aside or dismissed from positions of command, confronts orders from up above. It's funny because, you know, the dude who I made the video about, they said that I don't like authority. No, I don't like your authority because you want to be an authority, right? You know, or maybe I'm wrong. Maybe he is an authority. Maybe he is a prophet. I don't know, man. You know, but I guess we're about to see real soon. I truly do. I guess we're about to see, because there's a lot of separation going on right now. A lot of it. Perversity, multiple desires, lack of moral strength, dropout, abandonment, quest for the useless, conflict, betrayal, insubscribed in one's genetic code, in the unconscious, contempt, feeling of superiority or inferiority in worldly pleasures. Now, of course, these are the things I absolutely do struggle with. You know, I do struggle with women. I definitely do. I have to struggle with that because I know, what is my other one? It is to be sexually pure, right? I have to be a person who is moral, has the most highest upstanding morality. I have to hold myself to a very high standard. And the demons that I fight with are always telling me, oh yeah, why don't you get with her? Why don't you get with her? Oh, she looks nice. I I definitely deal with stuff like that. Are you kidding me? But my other one is to say, you know what? Nah, I'm not gonna do that. So it's a constant war. Constant war. So hey, you guys definitely will benefit greatly from this. But why is this even more important? Because it's not just yourself. If you want to be a better parent, you look up where your children are. And now you're able to tailor what your children are going to be, what their personality will be, what it is. All this stuff will make you a better parent. It'll make you a better husband, a better wife, a better subordinate, or a better leader. But we all need to know our place, and we all need to know our cosmic order, our earthly order, all of it, man. It's so very important. Know your order, know your place, man. Know it all so that, you're pretty much in order. And you're not one of the people who has to be placed in order. Because that's not a good feeling. So that's about it. I have a few videos I'm working on. Not done with them yet, so I'm sorry about that. It's been a few days, but hopefully I'll be able to get them done. It's just hard because this computer here is so bad, man. I thought my computer was bad, but it literally freezes every 10 seconds. It takes me 30 minutes to write 3 sentences, and that's not an exaggeration. So that's what I'm dealing with. Hopefully I'll finish it by today or tomorrow. Tomorrow or the day after. So we'll see. May peace be with you. Salah.